You gotta hear the chairman, man. This is my brother, my friend. It's a man. I'm gonna say it again. I can't stand with nobody weak. I'm not even perpetrator. I can't do it. It's not about the people for the people, man. I love this man. Sent word out. Vincent Gray, Vincent Owen, Kwame Brown. I mean, you know, this was part of mine, right? And I still say today, the Vincent Owen should have been there. Amen. And I mean, I love it. You notice that the invitation was sent out to our mayor. He did not show. Some of us that had a history know why he wouldn't show. Because he kept us out of his house. You feel me? So I know why he's in there. He's not going to do anything for us. So this was going to take our brothers that's on that diet to make sure that we can get what we need. And without further say, come on, sir, pump it up. Give Mr. Gray a big round of applause.
I want to thank Al Malik for such a nice introduction. But most of all, I want to thank him for what he has done in this city. His group is the premier group. Amen. It is the group that has spawned all these other groups. And they do a great job. The Alliance of Concerned Men group, Easterholics, Calvin Woodlands group, I just came from over there, earlier today. And they all do a great job. But they all learned it from Al Malik and Cease Fire. That's where they learned it from. That's what the word mentor means. And it's unbelievable to me that anybody would want to stop this opportunity from happening. And I'm proud to be here today with my colleague and my friend for 30 years, the Honorable Marion Barry. President of the Board of Education, council member, mayor, council member, council member. I got it right too, didn't I? I got it right. One of the absolute best political leaders in America, and one of the people who understands what the human spirit is and how to reach out to people and bring them along. I'm proud to serve on the council of the District of Columbia at this point. I see Phil Middleton. We've been in 3 different places today at the same time. And one of the most important things that faces us at this stage is the education of our children. And the education of our children has got to be a community effort. It has got to be something that every one of us has the opportunity to participate in. The Council of the District of Columbia joined with the mayor to pass legislation to try to do a better job of educating our children. But that's not the end, that's the beginning. And continues on with selecting those who lead this effort. The Council of the District of Columbia chose to put $200 million a year into rebuilding our schools. And we should have had a role in who will lead the efforts to rebuild those schools. We might have all come to the same conclusion, maybe we wouldn't. But we need to have a role in how that happens. We have some very astute, accomplished, experienced leaders among the 13 people who are on the council. I work with them every day. And I don't have any doubt that the wisdom that the 13 members of that council will bring to this decision-making would allow us to have a better decision at the end of the day. We now have a proposed person for chancellor, and that may be the best chancellor. I guess it will be the best chancellor, right, Marion? Because we have never had a chancellor before. It may be the best superintendent of schools we ever had, but I don't know that. Well, I don't know. I have no idea at this stage. And what I'm saying to you all, ladies and gentlemen, is that we as a community need to step up and say that we're going to be part of the solution. That we're going to be involved in the decision-making about what happens with our children in the future. That efforts like this one right here, Al Malik, should never be challenged. This is a beautiful place here, with beautiful people inside of it, running what goes on here. People who deeply care about our children, deeply care about saving people, and we shouldn't even be engaged in a conversation about whether we continue to have programs and efforts like this in the District of Columbia, because we need 50 more just like this in order to save all of our kids and our investors. So I want to say I'm proud to be here with my colleagues today. There's 3 of us. If we get 4 more, we got 4. I'm proud to be here with my colleagues today to indicate that we've provided support for the efforts of Cease Fire previously. We did it again just a few weeks ago, and we want to do it again in the future to make sure that you don't have to get up every morning and worry about whether there's any threat to your continued existence to serve our young people in the District of Columbia. As long as you have this process, you got to support this thing. Thank you for listening out here.
They said I was hard, but y'all see I'm really slow. I got tears in my eyes. Oh, man. You know, I had to, how you go behind the man for life and speak when they was doing an honor for one of our great revolutionary brothers, Vincent Gray, down at Howard University. And I had to go, I mean, let's get that name around the floor. Something like that name around the floor. But I had the pleasure, I had to go behind Murray. I didn't go behind the film, man. Come on, sir. Give him merit for life. Give This man was, look, I'm in a wheelchair, barely can move. He called me on the phone. You can tell when he's mad with me because he don't say fire contact. Fire's hand, you better get up here. He told me to get 15 brothers to come down to the park to watch him beat me playing tennis. And I'm playing from the wheelchair. And he would give me 3 bounces, not 1 bounce. 5 o'clock in the morning, man. Sometimes 3. But I can get him now. I'm up on these 2 doctors. You got a doctor in the house to see fire. Thank God for this day. You know, I always give him the praise when you call him Allah, God, and Jesus. Whatever your higher power is, I always give him the praise. Because of his mercy, his power, and his glory, and his love. We are here. I can testify as to where I would have been had not been Jesus the Lord. So let's give God some praise. The African American community, the black community, has always been very spiritual. It was our spirit that carried us through slavery. It's our spirit that made us endure the middle passage. It's our spirit that did all the kind of great things that we had to do. And so I'm always going to do that. And then I'm here with Chairman, one of the brightest and best chairman of any city council, or any county governor, or any state legislature in the world. And I've been friends for over 30 years. We spent 4 hours and a half going to Portland, 4.5 hours coming back. And I'm going to tell you that I know about somebody who spend that kind of time. He's just talking. And Vincent, he's just been a great chairman. And he and I very rarely have been disagreeing on anything, but we come from the same place. We care deeply about this community. We care deeply about our young people. Let's give our chairman a great round of applause.
And then there's the Emily fence. But Emily didn't tell you that whether it was 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, it doesn't matter. I beat him like a drum. So it doesn't matter. You know, before I met Emily, like how people spread all kind of nonsense about you, about how terroristic he was, and how this and how that, and all that kind of things. And I said, man, I had to meet this brother. And the press. And then he came in for a chair. And, you know, we talked, we got to know each other. And in 95, my first year of my term, the county thing, you know, where he bogarted his way into my office. You know, he's been bogart, just coming in, no appointment, no nothing. I told my security to get away. I got this, you know, I got this. The Boston government to sign a peace treaty. That was the beginning of one of the most beautiful relationships I've had in my life with anybody. Because this brother is a true brother. He's a soldier. He's true to his community. And I was talking the other day, I said, Emily, you know, how long have you been coming? About 35 years. I said to him that after all that time, you still had your eye on the right direction. Then we got at God got him out of the wheelchair. That's right. He could not move his legs, his upper body, but God prevailed. Yes. Allah prevailed and got him out of that wheelchair. And he has trained more people. As my chairman said, the other groups are good groups, but they sort of were birthed from Cease Fire. Birthed from Emily and Cease Fire brothers and sisters. And so, brother, I love you, and so it was an honor for me to continue to work for you. And when the $500,000 thing, you know, this and I put together last year, when the first people we had on the bill was our chairman, we got to $500,000. Got to $500,000. This year, an opportunity to get some more money. We got that money. You know, our priorities are mixed up downtown sometimes. You know, giving money everything except that ought to be given to. And so I think that we need to send, you know, the ceasefire ought to be an item that's permanently in the budget. So we have to fight every year. In the budget. Directly in the budget. Everything in the budget ought to be in the budget. And that way you would depend on him lobbying us or talking to us and worrying the heck out of some people. You know? He was the most effective lobbyist I've ever seen. When he called me, I gave him my cell number. I don't know exactly what I did. But see, you know, he called me 6 o'clock in the morning because we got it that way. But I know he's sincere. I know he's not joking, he's not jiving, not being around. He cares deeply about the least, the last, and the lost. He's fighting right now trying to get this bill out of committee on discrimination against next offenders. We got to do the work on it, but we got to work on it. Family, I love you, brother. And Cease Fire, all the members praise me, and I'm Cease Fire, brother. Come on, give me that, come on, give me that, come on. That's it, come on. Come on, give me that. You know, these are people who are turning their lives around. They demonstrated that we're going to get knocked down in life. We're human. We're going to make some mistakes in life. We're going to mess up somebody in something in life. But if you get knocked down, the issue is not the issue. That you get up. And I've been knocked down, knocked around, kicked around, but I got up every time. Every time. And the reason we learn the key to get it up is go there and break your spirit. It's go there and break your spirit. Hold your head high. You know, don't pull your head, look forward, look backward. If you get knocked down, fall on your back. So fall on your back and look up. When you look up, you go up. When you get up, you go up. So, you know, you sit around and fall again. Thank you.